What's that? No, I'm just kidding. If I was kidding, why did I do it? Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Good to see you again. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. Regardless, if it sucked, woo woo woo. But on the bright side, we are going to be doing some Reddit relationship advice. And now I'm actually going to grab my iPad because I forgot it. All right, friends, let's get started with story number 1. Okay, story number 1. Is it normal to be exhausted by my 30-year-old female's boyfriend, who's a 27-year-old male, constant questions on how big or long my ex's eggplants are? Wow. I have been in a relationship for 6 months now with him. Genuinely nice guy. I can tell he really loves me, like his world. Blessed be. We're not all so blessed. But for months, he kept asking me, what are the sizes of my ex's D's? How thick they are. Okay, no. It was already kind of crazy to begin with. Thickness? He said, is it a beer can? That's wild. I'm gobsmacked. How many times did I release with them? What sexual position, etc. There's a difference between like being curious about like, oh, what things did you like? I also would like not ask specifics about an ex, but just be like, in your exploration, what have you found that you enjoy? It's very different. This is also raunchier than I thought it was going to be. He did tell me he's insecure, and I keep reassuring him that he is the best sex I ever had, which is true, right? Someone made a good point about like the best you ever had like changes because the person who you're connected to the most is going to feel like the best. And people that have experienced that don't get in their own heads, like just know that to be true. Or at least I think a lot of people do. But he doesn't believe me. Girl, just leave him. Listen, you can't. Okay. He gets upset when I don't talk about it, when I don't want to talk about it. He kept telling me he needs to know everything about my sex life for him to move past it. Girl, leave him. I'm not reading it. There's one more sentence. I don't need to read it. Leave him. There is no. The hard thing about being with someone insecure is that that is like that level of insecure. There's nothing that you can do to make them feel good, right? Because the thing about it is you tell him everything and like, here are all the things that I've done. And then in his mind, he's like, whore, or like, I could never compete with that, or like, whoa. And so like, what's the point? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, you're just wasting your time. It is not up for you, and I'm telling this to the ladies out there, it is not up to you to heal a man. That is not your job, especially at the grown age of 27, okay? It's not your duty. You as a partner are supposed to be there for them, encourage them. They might have some feelings of insecurity, right? You find what you can do with like maybe when we're out, I give them an extra little touch, a little more affection, a little more PDA, so that way they feel more confident. I was like, there's a difference between like adding to the relationship, but like you cannot fix an insecure man. Don't waste your time, girl. First one says, honestly, is he into D's or is he into you? That's real. Thickness? That's crazy. Thickness is crazy. All right, story number 2. What? Girl. Yeah, I have other questions, okay? All right, next one up. Wife, female, 27, cheated on me, male, 30, early in the relationship. Now she's flaunting it. Wife cheated on me at the beginning of our relationship 5 years ago. I forgave her, but asked if she could remove him from her social group out of respect. She fought it, but eventually agreed. I'm gonna stop you right there. Why are you fighting it? If you were the person that cheated and then you want to continue in the relationship, right? First of all, like, why did you cheat? Is it because you wanted an out secretly? Or is it because, like, I made a mistake, I got caught? Whatever it is. Like, because either it's like, I want to leave, or like, no, I actually do want to stay. But I realize that I'm the person that made the wrong, so I need to make amends. So how you gonna fight on the amends? And that's a fair one. I don't want you to be around this person anymore. I don't want to see them. I don't want you to be near them because this thing happened. And how you gonna be like, but no, no, because I don't want that. What? Crazy. Back in last December, she added him again. And that's when he should have left. Again, self confidence. Where is it? ¿Dónde estás? Only said, I'm sorry this makes you feel bad. Then she went back to her hometown for a couple of days and went AWOL. Spent some nights out of my in-laws' house and gave me some elaborate excuses. I did not buy it. So I confronted her. She ended the relationship over text. She came back home after a couple of days and said she was going to move out. Took her 2 months to actually do it. I ended up helping her move out, and then I helped myself since I didn't want to be in our old apartment alone. Oh, and then I moved out myself. We haven't filed for divorce yet. I want to feel sorry for you, but I'm like, because what's really going on? You, she cheated on you. The dangerous part about taking someone back, I don't think once a cheater, always a cheater, but I do think if they cheated on you in the relationship, they're likely to do it again because they got away with it in this relationship. If they got punished for it in a relationship before, I don't think right. New scenario, new whatever. But like it's in the same relationship, and that's a personal feeling of mine. Um, and now she disrespected you, ended it over text. You've been married, and she ended it over text, and you haven't filed. What's not clicking? But have lived separately for 3 weeks. Today, she posts on social media a picture showing she's traveled abroad with the guy she cheated on me with. Shocking! Clearly wanting me to see it. Yeah, because you didn't block her ass. I feel like it's total disrespect. It is. Needless to say, I gave her the stars and moon over the last 5 years. And what did it get you? You let her walk all over you. After she fought you on the, no, I still want to keep in the group, you should have said, you know what? He can stay. Because I'm going to be gone. That's what should have happened. Please, I could use some help. Help on what? You're not together. She has not said she wants to get back together with you. Why do you want to? Next story. This one pissed me off. Because what do you need help for? Crickets. All right, if you've been enjoying... All right, friends, if you've been enjoying the videos so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when my next video is coming up. We have one more coming in hot. It says, boyfriend, 30-year-old male, says, I, 27-year-old female, am ruining his life. You... Okay. And I'm sure you're actually not. A little about ourselves. We are in a live-in relationship for the past 3 years. My boyfriend, 30, has a full-time work-from-home job and a dog. I, 27-year-old female, have to go to the office for my job and also am completing my master's along with my job. Okay, busy bees. So that includes exams, assignments, lectures, etc. Yep. I recently got promoted, so I have a ton of extra work assigned at my job too. Well, congrats on the promotion, but yeah, that's a lot. I have never complained about my life being hectic and tried to support housework as much as possible, but it was never consistent based on my workload. So we had fights occasionally, and I tried to keep up as much as possible, slipping here and there. It's very frustrating when you make agreements and the partner doesn't stick to it. I am wondering, because you have so much on your plate right now, and not to say that his job doesn't, right? Like, I have a work from home job. Like, it doesn't mean that it's not demanding, and like the house can still get in disarray. And that's just me. I'm just here by my lonesome. So it's not to say like these things can't happen or that he should be doing majority, but I think that's a conversation to have about like what is realistic, right? Because if it's like you're splitting it half and half, well, that doesn't make sense because the hours that you're both putting in aren't equal. If at the moment it's like, okay, cool, well, here are the things that I can do with my schedule, then like honor that and be realistic about what you can do. I understand how that can add tension. Recently, we adopted 2 cats also. Why? Why would so the housework has increased a lot. Feeding them, litter cleaning, playtime, and then the dogs walks along with other Why did you actively adopt 2 cats? I mean, to be fair, I think adopting cats is different than adopting dogs, right? Like, only having to clean the litter box, which, I mean, it doesn't add that much time cleaning a litter box. I've only had to house sit cats, a few times, but it wasn't a lot, and I get the playtime aspect, especially if they're new. I don't know how old they are. Um, Feeding them, you put out the bowl. It is additional work. I'm not saying that it's not. I just don't know why you would adopt 2 cats in this. From past week, I was sick from exams, so I wasn't able to help with the house chores. I was trying to help as much as I can, but it was almost non-existent because you were sick, yeah. And today I had a class, and my boyfriend wanted to play some music. I told him to lessen the volume, and there stuff goes. We had a full-blown fight about how I made his life miserable by taking on the studies and extra work. Yeah, um, I'm sure it's not just that. I feel like your partner is probably very upset that you're probably not getting quality time, right? The extra time needs to go to the chores and things like that, where it's like if he's working during the day and then you're at the office and then you're taking classes, you probably don't have that much free time to spend with him. And the free time that you did have before has now become consumed with like having to take care of 2 extra cats, which is like again more work. They probably didn't think it was going to be that much work because it's cats and they're easier to take care of. But it's still work. And then the dog. And so it's like you don't actually have time to spend quality time with your partner and you're obviously clearly both of you are not communicating about your needs and wants and what feels realistic to do. And so you're not happy. He's like, I'm in this house and I'm working and I don't spend time with my partner and I'm just taking care of the whole house by my damn self. That's how he feels, whether valid or not. That's how he feels, most likely. And you're like, as you're my partner, I'm doing this thing to better myself and I need your support during these 2 to 3 years while I'm working on this master's degree. It's very important to me. And I'm also bringing in income as well, right? So like, don't disregard that it's just a rough patch right now, but I need you to be more supporting of what I'm doing. So I see the disconnect. You guys just aren't talking to each other clearly. I don't know how to react. I thought being a supportive partner is all about, yeah, understanding that there are 80-20 days and it's definitely not about keeping a score. Absolutely. Yeah, but I'm worried about our future. My parents are asking us to get married soon, and I feel now that there are a lot of unresolved issues between us that can break our relationship. How do I proceed with this? Oh, first comment. You guys were already taxed with little time. I don't get why you added cats to your already busy schedule. Get some counseling if you can. Right, truly. Yeah. Bad mood. Bad move. I'd be curious as to who pushed for slash decided this. It would tell a lot about the dynamic. I agree. Because if she pushed to adopt the 2 cats, I'm like, oh no, like, sis, you off the rocker. If he did, then I'm like, I mean, it's different, but if she did it, it's extra crazy because like you're so busy and you know there's a dog and I can't imagine. I mean, listen, I've worked full-time job and a full-time actor where there were times when I was doing like in terms of like working weeks, like 80-hour weeks and still doing some like classes and like it was a lot. Like a lot. Um at no point did I ever think and I get home lonely, like, oh, I would like to cuddle. At no point was I like, let me get a cat. Actually, let me get 2 cats because that's what I need at this point in my life right now. If she thought that that would be okay or that would be additive to her situation, crazy. You need therapy and then y'all both need counseling. Um, yeah, and also says, regardless, saying she's ruining his life seems ridiculous. Yeah, like I think he's being a little bit of a baby. I think he should be way more supportive of you in this scenario. But I just genuinely don't think that you guys have had an honest conversation. I think you made assumptions about how much he was willing to, um, how much he should and is willing to give. And I don't think you had like a real conversation about like, here's the amount of time I'm going to have. And I don't think you have your own priorities straight, because even if he suggested getting the cats, you should have been like, absolutely not. We're already struggling in this relationship. I'm struggling to keep up. There's no way that I can add this to my plate right now. I think we can talk about this after I graduate. But right now, this doesn't feel like the right thing to do. How hard would that be? I'm so confused. The comment that says I'd like to know who pushed for the cats is very, very like interesting. Yeah. Yeah, you guys need counseling. I don't think it's unsolvable, but like, I mean, it's the communication is just truly non-existent. And no point here did you even mention of like, we've had this conversation a lot, and like none of that's here. I think there's a lot of assuming going on about what things should be versus talking about how you want things to actually be, and then holding yourselves accountable for those actions. Bam. Where's my degree? Hey. All right, friends, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon. Bye.